Widows, balls of ghouls, how are we all doing? Today we're looking at Barry Ghai and his rant on Facebook. Now, the rant has apparently been taken down since, which is a rant taken from a live stream that he took down complaining about debunking and debunkers. Oh, Barry, you silly, silly sausage. So, I'm going to post a year or year and we'll get into it. Upon reflection, I've taken that live video down, but know this. Any more derogatory comments, false accusations, or unkind remarks are just going to be deleted. You spelled deleted wrong, and the user banned from my page. Fair enough, you can do what you want on your page. People shouldn't be making derogatory comments, but they're really false accusations, Barry. I doubt it. However, I will say this. Let's talk about a specific kind of online behaviour. Uh-oh, here we go. Paranormal debunker channels on YouTube who build their content around tearing down other creators, often using their footage, their ideas, their intellectual property, while confidently spinning errative narratives and presenting opinion as facts. Barry, we don't build our content tearing around or tearing down other creators. We investigate paranormal claims. We investigate footage. We analyze footage. We forensically detail and debunk your paranormal claims in footage. It's not that hard to understand. Debunking is removing the falseness from a claim. You claim regularly to capture paranormal activity. I don't believe you do. Intellectual property, that's a stretch. Just saying. Using the footage, their ideas. I would never use one of your ideas, Barry, because your content just frankly is awful. I mean, Help My House is Haunted was bad, but you on your own on YouTube? While confidently spinning edited narratives. What, like you do? You tell people that you encounter a ghost week in, week out. You don't. Presenting opinion as fact. Now, when I say I think that's a mask into that table, I'm not 100% confident, but I'm 99.9%. That is me just putting out my opinion, not a fact. But when Mike from Real Evidence said that sound is overlaid, I can tell because of X, Y, Z, 100%, he's putting out fact as fact, not fact as opinion. Barry, you have been caught numerous times on numerous channels. Help My House is Haunted, Celebrity Help My House is Haunted, and now The Ghost Guy. Just be honest about it. Preload everything with this is for entertainment purposes only. This contains no real ghost footage, recreations, however you want to name it. But that's not what you're doing, Barry. And you've defended this with copyright strikes, haven't you? Because I've been struck. Mike has been struck. And that undermines your argument for later. There's a difference between healthy skepticism and monetized mockery. I have mocked you after being silenced, and I've covered this before. Once you take away our voice, once you use the copyright system unfairly to silence criticism, then parody is all that's left, and we're allowed to parody. If you can't handle a parody video, then maybe you want to take down Saturday Night Live. Maybe you want to take down the scary movie videos, because they are all parodies. They are comedy, and if you don't like it, get a sense of humour, I guess. But healthy skepticism, you like healthy skepticism according to this, right? So how come when you're questioned and you're offered to provide the raw footage, you don't do that, Barry? After all, you like healthy skepticism. Critical thinking is valuable. Then use it, Barry, instead of just going, oh my god, that's a werewolf, mate, it growled at me, or whatever that nonsense was. Discussion is healthy, then why do you refuse to engage with us? You copyright struck us to silence us. You've taken videos down to silence us. You threatened to sue Mike from Real Evidence and then backed out on a live stream. Oh dear, Barry. It's not a good look, is it? Was that an empty threat? But if discussion is so healthy, how come when I said, tell you what, Barry, I will put a live stream on or a pre-recorded. You can call in through Discord or whatever. We'll record it. And the only caveat is if you lie to me, I will remove you from the interview. I'll terminate the interview and say, no, guy is a liar. How is discussion healthy if you won't take part? You will not discuss. You will not engage. You just go on rants on people's podcasts and on Facebook and then take them down after the fact. Why? Did the TV network say, hey, Barry, it's not a good look for us? Because it's not. But selectively editing someone's work. That's how criticism works. You select what you want to criticise, whether positive or negatively. Just because we can't find any positives in your videos. Making false statements for clicks. Careful there, Barry. Making false statements for clicks. That chair just moved on its own. That was a false statement, wasn't it, Barry? Because there was a square masked out. I've just heard something growl at me. There was an overlay. There was a snap on of sound. There was no reverb to the sound. Now who's putting out, what was it? False statements for clicks. That's you. That's not skepticism. Yes, it is. That's content farming. So what are you doing? Whether it's via Help My House is Haunted, Celebrity Help My House is Haunted, Real Paranormal, where you do the reaction thing, which is ridiculous. Because I had mates that featured on that show. And the footsteps that were in the TV show versus the footage that they actually put out on YouTube are very, very different. Almost like somebody added sounds to their video. Put it on the TV without their permission. Oh dear. Allegedly. That's content farming. You're content farming the same as everybody that uploads is content farming. If you think content farming is bad, Mr. Ghai, stop uploading. And let's be honest about the business model. Take someone else's hard work. Yep. I mean, I'm led to believe that you did that. Whose idea was it, Barry? Help My House is Haunted. Whose original idea was Help My House is Haunted? It had a very slightly different name, but you know that I know the guy that came up with the formula, the guy that took it to a TV network, was refused it, and a year later, you pop up with the exact same show. Allegedly. I'm only being told that from the other perspective, but if you want to argue the toss, Barry, I'll get that other person on, see if they want to do an interview, and we'll out you for everything that you are. Or maybe I could prove them wrong and prove you right that you actually came up with the show idea. I'm not looking to lie about you, Barry. I'm looking for the truth. Anyway, take someone else's hard work, chop it up. That's what you do on that TV show that features you, Kate Sherrill, and a whole host of other people involved in the paranormal that look at clips and be like, oh yeah, that's definitely a ghost. Just because I have a negative spin on it doesn't mean I'm making the content with any different ethical approach to it than what you are. You can't have it both ways. You can't keep moving the goalposts, Barry. Add dramatic commentary. Do you want to know what dramatic commentary is, Barry? Oh! Ian, I've been hit by a ghost. Beep demon. Bloop demon. Flashy light demon. That's dramatic commentary. Me saying, I don't think a ghost has moved that chair. That looks to be masking. That's not adding dramatic commentary. That's adding the truth, you plank. Profit from outrage, ridicule, and algorithm drama. Seems to be what you're doing by replying on Facebook. Now, profiting from outrage. I don't think anyone's ever been outraged by what you've done. People are just mildly like, that's fake. That's what you've done. Ian, there was outrage there. But I'm not profiting from that. Well, I did profit from that. After he's profited for how many years, claiming to be a Church of England ordained exorcist. And I'm aware that Ian is now, for some reason, using a backup account, adding friends of mine on Facebook. People are messaging me like, why is Ian Lawman adding me? I was like, I don't know. It's a bit strange. Almost stalkerish. Not particularly like that. I mean, if he wants to try and turn people against me, absolutely fine, but facts are facts. I presented an article where he claimed Church of England ordained exorcist. I provided proof from the Church of England that said, no, he wasn't. Never even heard of him. What does that say about character? Hey, listen, Barry. We've gone through this. I'm aware that I'm a dickhead. I'm honest about being a dickhead. I'm a dickhead being a dickhead online. It says you're willing to benefit from someone else's creativity. I mean, if you steal a show idea, I'm not saying you did. Somebody did, potentially. That's benefiting from somebody else's creativity. And I wonder why you say creativity so often in this and creating creativity. It almost reads like somebody's stealing your TV show idea or your movie idea. I thought this was a real legitimate investigation, Barry. Risk their reputation for views. I'm not risking your reputation for views. You're risking your reputation every time you put out content that says, ghosts are real, I've captured a ghost. I captured ghost voices. You risk your reputation every time you do that because the scientific and the debunking communities will go, excuse me? Let me look a little deeper into that. Ignore the mental health impact on the people that you target. It's not targeting people, it's targeting content. It is looking at content and claims and removing the falseness from those claims. If that damages your mental health, Barry, stop putting out content. Added to that, what about the mental health of the people that you go into the homes of? When you go in there and say there's a dark entity and then you disappear. Now, I've checked with people that have been on your show. A few people have written in to me. And yeah, there are disclaimers and waivers, and these people are terrified to speak about you. But they've also said there is some sort of care beforehand. There are some mental health and wellness checks, which I'm glad of. I'm really glad. But as soon as those cameras switch off and you guys bolt the next day, no aftercare, there should be. Because some of these people, Barry, their hauntings got worse after you visited, according to them. Why haven't you gone back? Why haven't you gotten them help? Again, this is all alleged, but I'm hoping that some of these people are willing to have a discussion with me, even if I gotta blur their faces and change their voices a bit so you don't recognise them. Turn harassment into revenue. It's not harassment, Barry. You've had, what, 6 videos made on you in 3 years? How in the hell is that harassment? How is it that Mike's done, what, 2? And I've done a few, and some of those are just firing back at your insane rants on podcasts and live streams and Facebook? How is that harassment? You're trying to garner sympathy on Facebook, yeah? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Are you trying to harass me? Because yes, there is a mental health impact. There is a mental health impact to you, I guess. There's a mental health impact to the people that have been on your show. True. There's a mental health impact to viewers of your show. There's mental health impacts to me when people put out false content, claim it to be real, and I get inundated with texts, phone calls, emails, and Facebook messages like, "Demon's real? Am I in danger?" No, you're not. Most of the TV shows lie. When creators see their work misrepresented, you're misrepresenting the dead, mate. Their integrity questioned, you have none, in my opinion. Once you lie, once you get caught faking once, your integrity is in the bin. And in my opinion, Mike caught you 100%. I've caught you in masking. I've caught the TV show. Opinions are like assholes. And I am one. When creating misrepresent the integrity question, thousands of strangers repeating false narratives. It's not just YouTube drama. It's stress. It's anxiety. It's reputational damage. It's isolation. It's harassment that spills into DMs and comment sections. So what you mean is, anyone that criticises you, that leads to somebody saying something bad about you, shouldn't be allowed to happen. And stop posting content. Stop putting out things telling people ghosts are real and that houses have demons in them. Because then you won't have debunkers, critics and commenters looking at you. I bet you don't complain when somebody does a positive reaction, though, do you? Seems like a very one-sided argument, this. Stress, anxiety, reputational damage, isolation. You're not isolated. You've got TV networks behind you. You've got a wife. You've got Lawman. You've got Jane. You've got so many people around you. You've got more than I have. You could lean on each other. And you bullshit together, don't you? My opinion. But you are not isolated, are you, Barry, when I offered you the chance to have your say? Mike asked you for raw footage to... basically for you to have your say and be like, no, this is real. Look, here's the evidence. And you provided diddly and squat. As for people harassing you in comment sections and DMs, block them if you don't like them. But apart from that, I bet you got these messages long before debunkers looked at you. Anytime you put out content online, whether it's ghosts, crochet, cooking, baking, cutting your lawn, changing a tyre, changing the oil in your engine, you will get negativity. You will get negativity from everywhere. Go look at the true crime community. It's scary over there. And the worst part, the debunkers make money off the very narrative they've constructed. You make money off the narrative you constructed. The ghosts can be contacted through your mobile phone and a bunch of devices that I've got in a cupboard out there that haven't seen the light of day for years. Bravo. Pot, kettle. It's not about the truth, that's about monetization. No, it's about the truth. And if I can monetize my truth searching, while you can monetize your ghost searching, what's wrong with that? Movie critics get paid. Food critics get paid. Is criticism now supposed to be free? Are opinions now not allowed on the internet because your side of it shouldn't be paid then? Because in my opinion, You fake that you can talk to the dead and you can talk to demons for a living. Who should be demonetized there, Barry? Is that where this is going? If your platform depends on tearing down others, distorting their work, and rallying an audience around humiliation, that speaks volume about integrity. Barry, let me speak to you about integrity, shall we? You have said all of that whilst omitting that you have been given multiple opportunities to have your say and you have not engaged. So where is your integrity to put all that out there but not admit, hey, they give me the chance to speak, I just haven't got the bottle to, or I don't want to, or I shouldn't have to? And this whole mental health, dragging mental health into it. Do you know what all of this reads like? And I'm not finished yet, but all of this reads like trigger words. It looks like you have put in a complaint to, say, ChatGPT. Logged it in, asked for a HR-type response from ChatGPT with trigger words to include mental health, humiliation, blah, 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 and then this is what you've thrown out. The only bit I think you wrote is where you spelt deleted wrong. Skepticism is fine unless it's aimed at you. Debate is fine. Well, it's not, is it? Because you don't debate. You just go on other podcasts and slate. But exploiting, you exploit the dead, in my opinion. Misrepresenting, you misrepresent the dead. They don't have a voice. I give it to them. What? I know that sounds ridiculous, but pot, kettle. I'm profiting from someone else's intellectual property while hiding behind, I'm just asking questions. It's not integrity, it's opportunism. No, it's not opportunism. Just because it's calling your integrity into question doesn't make it any less relevant now, does it, Mr. Ghai? Absolutely not. But we don't rally our audiences around humiliation and whatever other nonsense you've spouted here. Because how many times do you see at the end of mine and Mike's videos, because we know you watch them, don't go giving hate, don't go going over there giving negative comments. Why have you left that out of this, Barry? Where's your integrity there, Barry? Because you're omitting things. You are, in my opinion, lying by omission. Tisk tisk, you silly sausage. Character is revealed with how you handle a disagreement. Well, I'm glad you said that, Barry, because you have handled a disagreement like an absolute coward. You have dealt with it the following way. Ah, yes, I see this debunker has covered me. Ian, they're looking at me. Oh, I've been hit by a debunker like a ghost hit me. Ian, I've hit them with copyright, and it didn't work. Curse them now. Your character is that of a jump-startled cat. Boom, gone. You can't complain about not having your say, about debate being fine, skepticism being fine, and then either hide or block, or because you posted this, but you blocked us because I had my inbox blow up. Barry's kicking off, you need to look at this. Couldn't find the live stream. Barry's kicking off, he's posted on Facebook. Guess what? I was blocked. I can't find any Barry Ghai pages on Facebook. You've blocked my Beardo page. So then I went to my private page, and guess what? You blocked me on them too. But then when I went to one of my old banned pages that I'm surprised was still there, guess what, Barry? I could see it. That character, that behaviour is cowardly. To block me and then rant about me and Mike without having the balls to say our names and just broad stroke debunkers, but none of the others have covered you. Be critical. I am. Be analytical. I am. Be ethical. I am. Now, in my opinion, this entire thing is just full of trigger words for you to convince your audience that you're the victim after you've been, in my opinion, lying to British TV and now YouTube for years. If you choose clicks over conscience, people notice. That's how you end your story, your complaint, your drivel on this Facebook post. But you do choose clicks over conscience, Barry. We've all seen you faking evidence. There are people in my comment section. Check out this episode of Help My House is Haunted. This is fake. They cocked up. Hey, they came to my house. I'm not allowed to tell you officially, but check out this episode at this point because they faked that. I won't betray the people that you once helped. I won't betray them because I have integrity, Barry. How dare you question my integrity while behaving, frankly, in my opinion, like a little bitch? You hide behind copyright. You ignore the fact that you have been invited to discuss, to fight your corner, and you've ignored the people have said, send us your raw footage, and if we're wrong, we'll apologise. You haven't done any of that. You've taken to Facebook to weaponise your audience against us. And now that I've recorded this, and I'll post this, and I'll put this out, you'll pretend to be the victim again. This entire post, Barry, this has been nothing but a deflection and a way for you to shield your character whilst making us look like villains and you look like a victim, because according to us and our research and our evidence into your content, you fake the paranormal, Barry. Barry, I've pulled this card a few times recently, and I'm going to pull it again, because sometimes with people like you, there is only one method left to me. So I will say the following to you. Barry, science trumps your nonsense. Science tells us those devices, they react to something, but it ain't ghosts. Science tells us ghosts ain't real, time slips ain't real. Science tells us imps are not real and never were real. So if you want to argue like that, Barry, I can prove that everything you say is absolute nonsense via science. I happen to believe in the paranormal. I just don't happen to believe your brand of bullshit. So do please let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. This is the second recording of this. Few people saw the original. I was like, do you reckon this is safe to put out? And they were like, don't put that out. Because I went far harsher. To have somebody like Barry Ghai accuse me of damaging mental health and challenge my integrity, I think is fucking laughable, considering what he and his merry band of idiots have been pumping out over on Discovery Plus for years. And as you know, I've paid for Discovery Plus. I wish I could get a refund because it's fucking garbage. But what I'll do now, Barry, is every time you fire off with one of these, I'll dissect footage of Help My House is Haunted even more. With a critical eye. With an honest eye, because if I see something cool in there, I'll tell people. For example, the show is filmed spectacularly. It always looks absolutely fantastic. It is shot and directed and written really, really well. Did I say written? Yeah, about that. How does your psychic medium know what to put in his sat-nav if he doesn't know where he's going? Ooh, I'm getting a spirit here. It's called Tom Tom.